G'day guys, Jake here. Ignore the mess, my room is an absolute pigsty at the moment, but we're going to be doing a quick update on just some of the enclosures, just in general. We'll do a bit of a small tour and update you on some things that are new and so on, but let's start here with these bays here. Let's jump into it. So what do we have? In the top row, I have my pygmy bearded dragons, my Begona Henry, and there's also two of my long-nosed dragons, with one of them also living down here. This male does not get along with any other long-nosed dragon, so he lives down here by himself. Above him, in this unit, we have two of my smaller, younger lace monitors. They're only hatchies from this year, so they are teeny tiny little buggers at the moment. And this is their setup, very simple, with a 100-watt UVA and UVB solar sun globe, or whatever they are. Bell's phase and a normal. In here, we also have another one of my little lace monitors. This is Blue. In here is Delta, Charlie and Echo, and Delta is outside, which we might see her today. But this is Blue. She is in the 4x2x45 or whatever it is. Above her, we've got the Jackie Dragons. You guys just recently saw a video on these. In fact, it's my last video. I showed you the Gravid Girls. I also now have 25 eggs in the incubator, which is pretty exciting. But I've revamped their enclosure. So they've got this end, which is the cool end, water bowl, and heaps of plant coverage to hide amongst. And at this end, it's a little bit more open, and that's the heat light. There's the little guy that we didn't get to see in the last video. But they're all huddling around there. I've added some leaf litter, which just adding leaf litter to enclosures, just like this one, like these guys, adding leaf litter improves enclosures so much, makes them so much more naturalistic. The smells, it's also going to help with the odors of reptile turds, but eucalyptus leaf litter makes it look more natural, and it's just enrichment for the animals to then sort of go amongst that and all those smells in there. In this unit up here, we have my Ridgetail Monitor, my Aki Monitor, Ridgy-Didge. Here's the sign for them. Now he is back there, but he usually, if he hears my door open, or the door open, you can see he's a bit more active, a bit more responsive. He has a crazy food response, so he's absolutely mental. What else do we have? Down here is an absolute mess, but here we also have two water dragons. So they're both in their big water bowl down there, but they're in there. Unit across, this is Aries. Aries was given to me by a customer of mine at work. Bit of a temperament to this snake, but I'm working with him, trying to get him back to good and make him all happy and so on. Alright guys, here's a quick closer look at Aries, the albino Darwin. I have him outside right now soaking up some natural UV and heat, and he's tucked himself on the ladder. This is where I let him sun. This is just right with the Lacey there, who you might be able to see in the background. But yeah, this is Aries. So Aries was given to me by some lovely customers, and I guess I wouldn't even call them customers anymore, by some friends of mine, who basically, they absolutely love their animals, and their animals are their babies, and they like to handle them. Aries being a pretty snappy snake, they are a little bit nervous to handle him. So I've taken him on of handling him every day. I'm yet to take a bite, although that may change. I highly reckon it will change. But I've been handling him, getting used to him. The goal is to hopefully put him back into my friend's hands and let them have him back. If not, if he still becomes snappy and doesn't want to go back to a nice friendly attitude, then I'll deal with him here, because I don't mind being bitten. It's not the end of the world. But he can live out his days here. He's obviously got a long time to live, and he's beautiful. And I mean, look, maybe we'll end up finding him a girlfriend and see what we can do. But yeah, that's Aries, the albino Darwin carpet python. This is Daisy. Now her enclosure, as I said, I've just put new leaf litter and stuff in there, and it just increases the natural look so much. I've just gave her a treat of parsley as well. Below that, if we hook up the enclosure, this is Tiger and his miso. There we go, sleeping, so we'll leave them be. Tiger is my yellow eastern, and his girlfriend is just a standard brown. But again, leaf litter, and it just looks so much better. Below them, we have Sherbet, my albino blue tongue, who is also on leaf litter, which again, so much more natural. In this enclosure, we've got three little pink tongue skinks. These are little hatchies, very, very new. In this enclosure, oh, what, they were out 2 seconds ago, and then I've sprayed them and they've all ran off. This is my green stream frogs, there's one. They're an awesome little frog. I quite enjoy those guys quite a bit. Very nice. Tank, nothing in there. Blue Mountains tree frogs. There's a couple in there. This is my dwarf tree frogs. Here. And here, look at this. This one teeny tiny dude. This is one that's actually just morphed in the tank. Now there's a couple, but they produced tadpoles in there. I didn't even take them out, and they've recently just morphed. So there's a whole bunch of little ones in there now, which was a real surprise. I wasn't expecting that. Dainties. This is the dainties and the red eyes. I see dainty. Dainty. Where are the red eyes? Can't find them, but they're in there as well. This tank is housed to my common froglets, which hardly ever get to see until I chuck food in there, and then they'll all just emerge from the moss and stuff, but that's my common froglets. Top up here, this is my southern Waterskin pair. There's two of them in there. That's the female, and then there's the big boy somewhere. Not sure. Below them, these are new additions. You can actually see one's coming down the back there, and the other one usually lives up. Yeah, he's tucked away up there. But these are my Tristis orientalis. I've just put some food in there, which is probably why he's coming down. But Tristis orientalis. So these are little tiny hatchling black-headed monitors, or freckled monitor, otherwise known as white skinks. They're tucked away. There's a bunch of mess in front of them, but that's the white skink enclosure. These are my Banjo Frogs, otherwise known as a tank of dirt. Boyd's forest dragons. There's a couple of them in there. There's 4 of them. Bit dirty, and all you can see is the glare. And then we make our way outside, which is a mess. Ignore that. I'm about to steal this wheelbarrow. Ah, lovely. They're whippersnippered. And in here, in fact, she's out and about right now. This is Delta. She's the big Lacey. She's in the aviary that once housed the water dragons. Now, I don't know if I've mentioned the water dragons in the story yet, but this aviary was originally on a slab of stuff, and it's now re-slabbed, pinned in. You got the pegs, everything like that. But basically, we had a huge storms in Melbourne. This fence blew down, which is why I have a new fence. And because the fence went away, a part of the structure to the aviary went away, and the aviary blew away and ended up in my neighbour's property. Pretty much, well, actually, I mean, it killed all of my water dragons except the 2 that you saw inside. I don't want to go into detail, but it wasn't very pleasant, and that's awful. So that sucked really bad, and I had so much paranoia last time there was a huge storm. But it's all secure now, and now our Lacey lives out here. Then over here, which I don't expect to see much, this back fence also just got redone because that also blew down in one of our storms. But this is the alpines. Look at that, there's 2 there, 1 back there. Lowlands. Oh, I forget that's... This fell off in another video. I don't have the footage of it because it was on the camera and it cropped it, but I was walking across here and I fell off and almost really badly hurt myself. But they're out. I've got to remulch these. I'm supposed to do it today while there's a bit of sun, but I've lost it, so I'll have to do it on the weekend now. But probably take out a lot of that plant coverage, plant in some new ones and redo them. Tassies. Nope. Quite literally no one. And no one. Cool. Alright guys, really that's all for today's video. It's a quick one. We just briefly ran around some of the enclosures. That wasn't even everything. There's multiple things out in the lounge room and so on. So I didn't show you everything in today's video, but I showed you a few things. So hopefully you enjoyed. It's a quick video. We're also about to hit 3,000 subscribers, which is awesome. I say about to, we're still 100 subscribers away. So my growth rate and the way I put out videos, it's not going to be anytime soon, but I really hope that we can get there. And we are talking about a giveaway, so I should hopefully have something coming very soon. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.